and play the balance of their schedule up north on campus in Fayetteville, where they have a beautiful stadium that's expanding. Thomas, deep pass. Nobody's open. It was almost an interception for Marvin Jackson.
So Kilgo had a hard rush coming at him from Bua. He got it away. And now the return by Marvin Jackson is a big one. Jackson's going to take it. Touchdown, 74 yards for Marvin Jackson. And the most points scored all year by Arkansas, still with 9:35 to go in the third quarter. Marvin Jackson out of Galveston, Texas, to the house.
The ball game. Tyler Dean booms one. My goodness. Over the shoulder catch at the 29-yard line by Marvin Jackson. A 66-yard punt. Jill Arrington began the telecast by telling us about Lou Holtz's 4 stages of winning. Here's Jackson, just is tripped up as he gets to the 30-yard line.
Well, Arkansas, one of the best return teams in the country. And Jackson looked like he had a nice seam, and Brian Elam is just going to trip him up at the end of this return. From behind, number 25 gets a hold of the right ankle, and Jackson goes down.
Yard line. Richie Butler, they come, and there is no flag thrown here either. And that's going to be downed legally at the 1-yard line.
Great play by Marvin Jackson, Vern. You know, in college football, the man can actually be in the end zone or touching the end zone as long as the ball doesn't cross the plane. And watch Marvin Jackson chase this thing down and throw it back out in the field of play. His foot is on the line, but the ball was never across the end zone. So it's a good play, and he puts the Arkansas defense in perfect position.
When Auburn scores first in a football game under Tommy Tuberville, they are 16-2. Ouch. Ouch.
Marvin Jackson, who had tremendous speed, nearly got outside, taken down at the 29.5-yard line by Jake Slaughter. Brandon Johnson, excuse me. Return of 29.
Coming in from his corner spot was Marvin Jackson to trip up Williams.
Donnie Jones will punt. They come after him. The catch is made by Jackson. Room to return it. Tackled at the 48.
Sorry, Mike. BJ, known for being able to take it and run. He averages 42.8 yards per touchdown reception. So he catches it. Chances are he's going to the house. And they will give it on the end around the BJ. Lots of Razorbacks there. Now gets some blocking. Here comes BJ back. And a great open field tackle by Marvin Jackson to throw Johnson for the loss.
I'm just really impressed so far with the way the defensive line from Arkansas has held up. That's their orbit series, misdirection series. Watch these 3 guys in here. They're looking for misdirection on the reverse. Here he comes the other way, and look at it. Contained, great block by Mock, the quarterback, but you got to stay at home on misdirection. And Marvin Jackson, the corner, is the guy that has to stay at home. He did a wonderful job.
Gets 8 before he's hog-tied by Marvin Jackson.
Ole Miss again out of the eye. Jiu-Jitsu picked up on the blitz this time. Hit from the reverse side, though, and the ball is loose. Arkansas recovers. Jamar Gallup. One blitz too many for Eli Manning.
Eli Manning does not see the corner blitz coming off the open side. He's going to come from the right side of your screen. There he comes. He's coming from here. It's a corner blitz. Quarterback is expected to see that and compensate. Marvin Jackson cannot believe his good fortune, and he literally pounces on Eli and knocks the football loose.
Anthony Thornton again set to punt to Marvin Jackson. Better kick. Boomer inside the 10, and Jackson decides to field it. It works out well this time, and he may be gone. The only prevention to a touchdown was the punter, and Thornton got him, but not until a 43-yard return of a 51-yard kick. They don't have any fear of kicking to Jackson. Maybe they should. He rides around for quite a while. Anthony Thornton this time kicking to Marvin Jackson around the 16. Some room up the right side for Jackson. Thornton got over in front of him in time for some help to arrive. But a nice return of 40 yards on a kick of 45 yards.
They would have thought he did very well for his first time at that position. Well, I'll tell you what, that's a great job. Almost gone.
Very high punt that turns over, and it is caught by Jackson. Flag is down. He's at the 30, the 35, at the 40, at midfield, the 40 of the Aggies, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Again, I tell you, Norwood, Nick Turner, they can go the distance at any time, and this is where turnovers come into play. And boy, this is a great catch by Marvin Jackson.
He was looking at that defensive movement too. A dive back in, third down, mock throws, end zone. Up top, batted down, incomplete. Excellent defensive play. Marvin Jackson was back there. There he is, the senior from Galveston, Texas. And Mock had Henderson on that back line, but good defense by Arkansas. And the thing about Marvin Jackson here on the coverage, the last second, watch him tip that ball away. Outstanding job. You know, you talk about how much this team pressured. He leads this team in sacks, and he's a backup corner. Under 5 minutes left in this first half. Mock play action. Goes to the end zone, double coverage, tipped incomplete. They wanted Green, Skylar Green. But back on covers was Jackson and Bua. Came over from his free safety spot to help out.
In Pasadena. 1st and 10. For the corner. And it is incomplete. Intended for Sean Coffey. Marvin Jackson had the coverage.